Hello, I'm Janice and I hope you're all doing well. In our previous video, I showed you how to make 3 different types of dumplings in the comfort of your own home. And in today's video, I'm going to show you all the different recipes that you can make with just these 3 dumplings that you've made. So without further ado, let's start with our first dumpling recipe for this video. We're going to start off real simple and tick off 2 of the most easy ways to cook these dumplings, each often a menu item at your Chinese restaurant. So first and foremost, if you want these dumplings in its original form, in its purest state, you can steam them. So fill up a pan with water, add your steamer and start boiling. Then slice up some carrots thinly and use that as like your dumpling baking sheet. Add your dumplings in and steam it for 15 to 20 minutes until tender and cooked through like this. Okay, our steamed dumplings are done. This is just a different way to eat it. We use our usual sauce concoction of soy sauce, sesame oil, and vinegar. The dumpling skin is a lot chewier. Because the filling is so good, the dumpling is always going to be good. Alternatively, you can also boil it. So just put it in some water, and once your dumplings rise to the top, they are ready to eat. Second on this list, we pan fry them. The ones folded like this are typically easiest to pan fry because they have a little bottom that they can sit on. So typically when I pan fry it, I do it like this. Just with some oil, a little bit of water added to the pan, add the lid, and there we have it, a crispy bottom. But I've been following a lot of Dan Hong's cooking videos on Instagram, and he cooked these dumplings with this secret sauce where you get like a spider web of crispiness on the base of your dumplings. So this is what you're gonna need. And what you need to do is combine 500 ml of water with 100 grams of flour, 60 grams of oil, and a pinch of salt, then mix it together thoroughly. Then heat up a pan with some oil and wipe off any excess oil before adding in your pot stickers. I tried rearranging them to make them look as beautiful as possible. Once that's done, add in your batter. I added enough to kind of just coat the pan and then let it cook with the lid on for a few minutes. It actually took me about 10 minutes for everything to cook through, and with it looking like this, it was ready to plate. And there we have it, a beautiful plate of pot stickers with the crispiest base. I broke it apart and lined them up and dropped some spring onions because I thought it'd look pretty. But anyway, taste test time. All right, I'm gonna use my hands because it's just easier. Guys, this is delicious. The inside is so juicy and soft, and the bottom is so crispy, and then you add the tanginess of the vinegar. This is perfect. I love this and will definitely be making this again. I did have a lot of batter liquid left over, so next time if I'm just going to be making one batch, I'd probably use half of everything. If you don't like something fried or too oily, you'll like the next option, which is your trusty soup dumplings. What you're going to need is some chicken stock, ginger, garlic, spring onions, carrots, and some soy sauce and sesame oil. To start, chop up some carrots. This was what was in my fridge, so you can really just use any leftover veggies that you have in your fridge and add that to your broth. I also had this wham box, so I chopped some of that up as well. Add some chicken broth to your pot as well as your carrots and wham bok, and just let it boil. Oh, I also added a couple pieces of ginger as well. Just my personal preference. While the broth is boiling, chop up some spring onions and cilantro and add it to a bowl. I also added some soy sauce and sesame oil to it. You can use any of the 3 dumplings for this. I chose the Shanghai wontons, and then just decide on how many wontons you want to eat and add them to the boil. Once they rise up to the top, scoop it into your bowl with the soy sauce and the spring onions, and then add your broth in it too. And there we have it, an extremely easy but tasty wonton soup. All right, we have our wonton in clear broth. So I put carrots and wham bok into my broth but you can put any veggies that you want. You can put bok choy or choy sum, whatever it is that you feel like. This is great as a snack if you're feeling peckish and you just want something light. Wontons in broth, it is. It's just a comfort food. So without further ado, it's very warming. And it's getting colder in Sydney as well, so wonton soup is always welcomed. You should try it. This is very, very easy if you're feeling peckish but you don't want like a huge meal. Just, take 3-4 wontons, put it in some broth, and there we have it, wonton in clear broth. Now, if just wonton isn't enough and you're looking for more than just a snack, add some noodles to it. And any type of noodles is fine, really. My preference is the vermicelli. I love that stuff so much. I always have a box of it at home. But if you don't, you can use any sort of noodles, or instant noodles, whichever one you fancy. I'm using the same broth I use for the wonton soup because why waste it? These noodles are the best. They are quite light, but still very springy. And top these noodles off with your homemade wontons. And there we have it, our wonton noodle soup. If you're feeling quite a bit hungry and just wontons itself isn't gonna do it for you, you need something a little bit more to curb your hunger, add some noodles to it. Wonton noodle soup is also pretty high on the list in terms of comfort foods for me, and my noodle of choice is vermicelli, but you can use any noodles really. This took me 10 minutes to make, so what I'd do is I would pre-make a whole bunch of dumplings, put it in the freezer, and when I am feeling hungry or when I need something really quick to eat, just throw some wontons in the pot, add some broth, add some noodles, and you're done. On to our next item on this list. Now this next dish is one I order at a lot of dumpling restaurants. We don't actually need everything on this table because I took a shortcut and it still tasted just as delicious. So what we're making is something called a hongyao cao sao, and essentially it's wontons tossed in a sauce of chili oil and vinegar. So to start, you need to have boiled some wontons. You should use your Shanghainese wontons for this one, the one with the minced pork and veg. And while the wontons are cooking, you make your sauce, which is a very important element of this dish. So add 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 clove of garlic, and mix thoroughly. Then in another bowl, add your spring onions and cilantro and add a few tablespoons of your sauce mix into the bowl. Then add your freshly cooked dumplings into the bowl and start mixing thoroughly so that all the sauce mix coats over each wonton with no surface area missed. As you are mixing this, add some chili oil. Look, you can either add your own homemade chili oil or store-bought one like mine and adjust it to your heat preference. Then top it off with some additional spring onions, and there we have it, a wonton tossed in chili oil and vinegar. When technology advances enough that you can smell this through the screen, you're gonna wanna get right onto making it because this smells so appetizing. Taste test time. This is delicious. Wow, I love it. The great thing about making this at home is you can control how much chili oil you wanna put in this. I didn't put too much. You can definitely put a lot more to get like a bigger kick to it. But this is absolutely amazing. This is delicious. It's so appetizing. So it's a great starter. But if you want to have noodles with it as well, I'm sure you can. Just have another bowl of plain noodles and your chili and vinegar dumplings on your side, and that is a meal in itself. And for this next dish, all you're gonna need is some oil, quite a bit of oil, and sweet and sour sauce. I used the prawn and pork filling with egg pastry for this one, and I folded the dumplings in all different shapes and sizes because we're frying these wontons and I wanted to see which one fries the best. The trick to getting the right oil temperature is to throw a bit of wonton skin into it, and once it floats up, that's when you know it's ready. If you don't test your oil temperature, you're gonna burn your wontons, like these. So once your wonton wrapper has floated up to the top, you know they're ready to be fried. And just keep frying them until they are golden brown and they rise to the top. I let mine fry for about 5 minutes, then take them out of the pot and let it rest for a while on a piece of kitchen paper so that the oil dries off. Once you've given it some time to rest, pour some sweet and sour sauce, and then they're ready. This one looks like, a money bag that you would get at Thai restaurants. This type of wonton is is like the fried wontons that you would get at yum cha restaurants. And I just thought, why not try all the other different shapes just to see how they would turn out. And I think they turned out pretty well. So I'm gonna try this one first. They were surprisingly delicious despite my initial mistakes, and the filling was still very juicy. Would I make this again? Yes. It's not the most healthy, but it's definitely tasty. And for the last one, we're making dried wonton noodles with the pork and prawn wontons. This is the type of wonton noodles you can order at Hong Kong style diners. We will be making both the wonton noodle soup and the dried wonton mixed noodles. As for the noodles, we'll be using egg noodles, which gives it a very springy texture. We'll start with the soup noodles first, so boil up some water with some chicken broth and add a couple pieces of ginger, spring onions, a couple stalks of choy sum or bok choy, then a tablespoon of soy sauce and a tablespoon of fish sauce. Add a thing of egg noodles in and let it cook. I take it out of the pot right after it softens because you really don't want to overcook these egg noodles. Add in your wontons, sprinkle some additional spring onions and pour your broth over it. And there we have it, a pork and prawn wonton soup noodle. This is perfect with some Chinese red vinegar, but because we don't have it, we'll just use the vinegar that we have on hand. It still tastes just as good. I can't take credit for these noodles because I didn't make them, I just boiled them. But these egg noodles are so good. Okay, and the pork and prawn wontons, let me just dip them in the vinegar. The key to a good wonton noodles is to make sure that your noodles aren't soggy, like it has to be really springy, and also, you know, good wontons. Like make sure your fillings are fresh, and you're done. With a bit of vinegar, it just ties everything together. All right, on to our next dish in this video. Next up, we have the wonton lo mein, the dried wonton mixed noodles. So we'll start with making the sauce that we'll be mixing into these noodles. So to a bowl, add a tablespoon of oyster sauce, a tablespoon of soy sauce, and a teaspoon of dark soy sauce. Then heat up 4 tablespoons of oil and add a couple cloves of chopped garlic to it. This is going to be our garlic oil. You can smell the aroma of cooked garlic after a while. Just be careful not to burn it. Once the garlic is golden brown, pour it into a jar or a bowl. And once the garlic oil has cooled, add a tablespoon of the oil to your original sauce mixture. And we have our sauce ready. Then you should cook your egg noodles, just like what you did for the soup one. Just don't let it overcook. And once everything is done, we combine and toss the noodles, the wontons with the sauce mix. Add some additional spring onions because why not? And there we have it. A dried wonton noodle, otherwise known as the wonton lo mein. It looks and smells delicious. I think I might have added a little bit too much sauce, but you know, you can adjust how much sauce you want to add into your own noodles. Because this wasn't in soup, the noodles were even more springy and the wontons didn't need any more sauce because it's already coated in the sauce mix. And if I had to choose between the dried noodles or the soup noodles, my preference right now is the soup noodles. Maybe it's because it's getting colder right now. Who knows, in summer I might prefer the dry mixed noodles instead. Alright, and that is it for this video. I'm going to finish the rest of my wonton dry noodles. Let me know if I've missed any wonton or dumpling recipes. I'd be keen to learn more. And yeah, I post new videos every week, so check them out if you have time. Have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Yeah. 係真係 like it's so good.
我食呢個咧，佢係刺激你個
taste buds.
taste buds 啊！你可以食好多㗎。
Yeah, have the last one.
好好味啊！真係好味。哇！第日出去唔使叫紅油抄手，自己屋企整。